Hello friends, I welcome you all to this channel KS Educational Hub. In this video, I am going to discuss two sets of seating arrangement questions which were asked in SBI Clerk Prelims 2019 exam, and these are the memory based questions which I will be discussing here. So friends, these are the two simple questions. It is very simple questions that you can solve very easily. So friends, once you come across the questions, you just try to solve it by yourself and continue watching the video. And to solve these questions, it should not take you more than 5 minutes. Including two sets, you should not take more than 5 minutes. So within which you have to solve, because the level of questions are quite easy. In fact, you can make it even lesser time than that. 3 minutes is the maximum time. Okay, let's try to do it. So here's the first question. 8 persons are sitting around a circular table facing to the center, but not necessarily in the same order. So see here, there are 8 persons. Those 8 persons are sitting around a circular table and they are facing towards the center. Okay, so all these people are facing towards this direction. Because these people are facing this direction, this person's left is this and this person's right is this. Okay, let's try to do it here. So two persons sits between Q and P, either from the left or right. So it is not clearly mentioned whether from the left or right. So there are two persons are going to sit between Q and P. So if I am going to place Q here, 1, 2, P can be here. In the same manner, if I am going to place Q here, 1, 2, P can be at this particular place. The next one is R sits immediate right of Q. Q's immediate right has to be R. Q's immediate right is this, so R has to be here. Q's immediate right is this, R has to be at this particular place. The next one is one person sits between R and S. So between R and S there is a gap of one person. R is here, one person, S can be here. R is here, one person, S cannot be here. So there is only one possibility. R is here, one person, S can be here. Same manner, R is here, one person, S can be here. R is here, one person, S can be here. So S can be either here, S can be either here. So S who faces T. So see here, S is going to face T. But in this case, so S cannot face T because already S is facing P. So therefore, this possibility gets eliminated. So therefore, we know S can be here or here. If S is here, S has to face T, so therefore T has to be here. If S is here, so S has to face T, so T has to be here. So therefore, I can certainly say that SRT can be here, SRT can be here. If S is here, T can be here. If S is here, T can be here. It is in that way. The next one is Q and T are not immediate neighbors of each other. So see here what it is saying. Q and T are not immediate neighbors to each other. Q is here, T cannot be here. If T cannot be here, only S can be here. So if S is here, T has to be here. Why? Because it is very clearly mentioned that S is going to face T. Right? The next one is W sits second to the left of V. So W is going to sit second to the left of V. V's second left has to be W. Okay? If I am going to place V here, because this person is facing towards center, this person's left is this. So V is second left, 1, 2, W can be here. If V is here, V second left, 1, 2, W can be here. So therefore, V can be at this place or V can be at this particular place. The next one is 3 persons sits between U and V. So between U and V there is a gap of 3 persons. So see here, if I am going to place V here, 1, 2, 3, U has to be here. That's not possible as Q is already there. So therefore, I can certainly say that V cannot be here. If V cannot be here, there is only one choice, that V has to be here, and between V and U there is a gap of 3 persons. V 1, 2, 3. So U has to be here. V 1, 2, 3. U has to be here. So V second left has to be W. V second left is this place. So W has to be at this particular place. Right? So very simple one, friends. So practice well so that you can do well in the actual exam. So this must not take you much time. Because I am explaining, I am taking much time. But otherwise, if I solve, I will not take this much of time. So this is the final answer for the first set. Let's check out the second set here. 10 persons are sitting in 2 parallel rows. So there are 10 persons, they are sitting in 2 parallel rows containing 5 persons in each row. So in each row there are 5 persons. Okay, in each row there is a gap. There are 5 number of persons. In such a way that there is an equal distance between adjacent persons. So in such a way that there is an equal distance between the adjacent persons. In first row, A, B, C, D, E are seated and all of them are facing north. We know if somebody is facing north, that particular person will be facing towards this direction. So north is this, so these people will be facing this direction. So therefore this has to be considered as row 1. So the people who are coming here are A, B, C, D, E, right? In the second row, so if this is the first one, I can certainly say that this is the second one, right? In the second row, P, Q, R, S, T are seated and all of them are facing south. So in this row, this is row 2, so only P, Q, R, S, T will be seated in this row, and see, because these people are facing towards south direction, so they will be facing this direction. These people's left is this and these people's right is this. So these people's left is left, right is right. Okay. So therefore in the given seating arrangement, each member seated in a row faces another member of the other row. That's the final thing, right? Now let us solve it. As you can see, the first information here is E sits second from one of the extreme end of the row. So E is going to sit at one of the extreme end, second from the extreme end. So therefore, I can certainly say that E can be at this, because E will be coming in this way, in this row, E can be here or E can be at this particular place. The next one is P faces the one who sits second to the right of E. So the person who is going to sit second to the right of P, that particular person will be facing towards P. So E is here, E is second right, 1. So there is no second right, because if E is here, there is no second right here. Are you able to follow? See, if E is here, so 1 place, there is no second right. So therefore, this possibility would not follow. E has to be at this particular place. Okay. So see here, P faces the one who sits second to the right of E. E is second right, 1, 2. This particular person is going to face P here. Okay. The next one is D sits second to the left of B. So D is going to sit second to the left of B. B's second left has to be D. If B is here, 1, 2, D can be here. If B is here, 1, 2, D cannot be here as he is here. If B is here, 1, 2, D can be at this particular place. The next information is B who does not sit at the extreme end. So B is not going to sit at the extreme end, so therefore B cannot be here. If B is here, 1, 2, D cannot be here as he is here. So if B is placed here, 1, 2, D can be here. So that this is the final possibility. B can be here, 1, 2, D can be at this particular place. The next one is 2 persons sits between S and Q. So between S and Q there is a gap of 2 persons. So S and Q there is a gap of 2 persons. We know S and Q will be coming in this row. If S is here, 1, 2, Q cannot be here as P is here. If S is coming here, 1, 2, P can be here. If S is here, 1, 2, or otherwise 1, 2, we cannot do anything. So therefore, if S is here, 1, 2, so Q can be here. So therefore, I can certainly say that, so SRQ can be here. We cannot go that way, 1, 2, SRQ can be here. So these are the maximum possibilities which we get here, right? R sits immediate left of S. So R is going to sit immediate left of S. So see here, if S is here, so this particular person is facing towards south direction. This person's left is this, right? So R cannot be here because there is no place at all, right? So therefore, that means it is very clear that S is not here. So if S is not here, then S has to be at this particular place and Q has to be at this place. Q has to be at this place. So 2 persons sits between S and Q. Now S and Q, there is a gap of 2 persons. The next one is R sits immediate left of S. S is facing towards south directions. S's immediate left is this. So therefore, R has to be at this particular place. The last information is C sits next to B. So C is going to sit next to B. B is here. B is next to this. C has to be here. A is left out. A has to be here. T is left out here. T has to be at this particular place. Right. So this is the final arrangement. I hope you enjoyed watching this session. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day ahead. So before ending up this session, I request you to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video with your friends, and if you have any doubts, please let us know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good day ahead.